Respect is not something you ask for. It is something you become. Many people misunderstand respect. They believe it comes from being liked, from being agreeable, or from constantly proving their value. But true respect does not grow from approval. It grows from inner alignment. When a woman is deeply rooted in who she is, her presence speaks before her words ever do. A woman who commands respect does not beg to be understood. She does not over-explain her choices or apologize for existing. She moves through life with quiet confidence, not because she believes she is better than others, but because she knows her own worth is not negotiable. Men sense this immediately. Long before logic forms an opinion, energy delivers the message. Respect is felt, not debated. A woman who respects herself sets an unspoken standard. She does not need to demand better treatment because she naturally withdraws from what does not meet her values. Self-respect shows in the smallest behaviors, in how she keeps her word to herself, in how she walks away from situations that drain her, in how she does not stay where she is repeatedly misunderstood. This is not arrogance. This is self-honoring discipline. Many women confuse tolerance with strength, but tolerating disrespect does not make you patient. It teaches others how far they can go. A woman who respects herself does not stay silent out of fear of loss. She understands that losing what disrespects her is not loss at all. True respect begins internally. When a woman no longer needs to prove her value, she stops performing. And when performance ends, authenticity begins. This authenticity is what commands deep respect from men, not manipulation, not perfection, not emotional displays. When a woman stands firmly in her self-respect, she becomes unshakable. And what is unshakable is always respected.
Attraction fades when it is built on effort. Respect grows when it is built on presence. Many relationships begin with performance, trying to be interesting, accommodating, impressive. But what starts as effort eventually becomes exhaustion. When attraction is fueled by trying to be chosen, it cannot last. Respect cannot grow in a space where someone is constantly proving themselves. A grounded woman does not chase attention. She does not compete. She does not shape herself to fit expectations. Instead, she focuses on alignment between her values, her actions, and her inner world. This alignment creates presence, and presence is magnetic. Presence means being fully rooted in the moment. It means listening without anxiety, speaking without fear, and existing without the need to impress. Men are naturally drawn to women who are present because presence signals emotional maturity and inner stability. When a woman is centered, she creates space instead of pressure. In that space, men feel invited, not demanded. They feel challenged to rise, not obligated to perform. This is where respect quietly forms. Attraction driven by insecurity asks, "Am I enough?" Attraction driven by presence states, "I know who I am." A woman who is comfortable being alone does not cling, she connects. She does not fear silence. She does not rush intimacy. She allows relationships to unfold naturally. This patience communicates confidence, and confidence earns respect. Men deeply respect women who are not desperate for validation, not because they are cold or distant, but because they are fulfilled within themselves. Such women do not seek to be completed by a relationship. They seek to share their already complete life. True attraction is calm, it is steady, it is grounded. And when attraction is grounded, respect follows naturally, without force, without manipulation, without demand. Emotions are powerful,
But power without discipline becomes chaos. A woman who understands this gains a rare kind of respect. Many people believe expressing every emotion is honesty, but emotional discipline is not suppression, it is mastery. A woman who can feel deeply without being ruled by her feelings demonstrates strength that men instinctively respect. Emotional reactions reveal inner stability. When emotions control actions, boundaries disappear. Words are said that cannot be taken back. Energy is scattered. Respect weakens. But when emotions are observed rather than obeyed, clarity emerges. A disciplined woman does not explode in moments of frustration. She pauses, she breathes, she chooses her response. This pause is not weakness, it is authority over herself. And anyone who has authority over themselves naturally gains authority in relationships. Men deeply respect women who do not weaponize emotions. Guilt, tears, and emotional pressure may create short-term compliance, but they destroy long-term respect. A calm, grounded response communicates confidence and emotional intelligence. Emotional discipline also means knowing when not to engage. Not every comment deserves a response. Not every conflict requires explanation. Silence, when chosen consciously, carries immense power. This discipline protects dignity. A woman who remains centered during emotional storms becomes a safe space, not a battlefield. Men are drawn to this stability because it creates trust. Trust is the foundation of deep respect. Strength is not loud. Strength is controlled, and controlled strength is always respected.
Your boundaries teach others how to treat you. Without boundaries, respect cannot survive. Many women fear setting boundaries because they fear being misunderstood, rejected, or labeled as difficult. But unclear boundaries create confusion, resentment, and imbalance. Respect cannot grow where expectations are invisible. A woman with strong boundaries does not explain herself endlessly. She states what is acceptable and what is not, with calm certainty. She does not argue her limits. She enforces them through action. Boundaries are not punishments, they are standards. They exist to protect energy, time, and emotional well-being. Men respect women who honor their boundaries because it signals self-responsibility and maturity. When boundaries are crossed and ignored, a woman who respects herself does not negotiate her dignity. She creates distance. This distance is not emotional manipulation. It is self-respect in motion. Many people confuse kindness with availability, but constant availability erodes value. A woman who respects her time and space communicates that her life has structure. Structure creates trust. Trust creates respect. Boundaries also reveal strength in saying no without guilt. A woman who can decline without explanation demonstrates independence. Men respect independence because it cannot be controlled. A woman who holds her boundaries calmly, consistently, and without anger becomes unshakable. And what cannot be shaken is deeply respected. Dependence creates need. Independence creates respect. A woman who builds her own life does not seek validation. She attracts it naturally. Independence is not about rejecting relationships. It is about not losing yourself inside them. Men deeply respect women who have purpose beyond romance. A woman with her own goals, routines, and inner direction radiates strength. She does not wait to be chosen. She chooses her path. Independence means emotional self-sufficiency. It means you can enjoy companionship without requiring it to feel complete. This balance creates attraction because it removes pressure.
There is space to breathe. A woman who depends on constant reassurance slowly drains respect. Her worth becomes negotiable. But a woman who stands firmly in her identity does not ask for permission to exist as she is. Independence also means responsibility. You own your emotions. You manage your reactions. You do not expect others to regulate your inner state. This level of maturity is rare and deeply respected. Men admire women who can walk beside them, not behind them. Partnership requires two complete individuals, not one carrying the other. Independence is quiet confidence, and quiet confidence is magnetic.
You will never be loved more than you respect yourself. Self-respect is not arrogance. It is alignment between your values, your actions, and your standards. When these are consistent, your presence commands respect without demand. A woman with self-respect does not chase attention. She does not tolerate inconsistency. She does not accept excuses where effort is required. She chooses alignment over attachment. Men respect women who do not abandon themselves to keep a connection. When a woman sacrifices her dignity for closeness, respect fades, even if affection remains. Self-respect is revealed in small moments. How you speak about yourself, what behavior you allow, what you walk away from without drama. A woman who can leave what dishonors her sends a powerful message. Her value is not negotiable. This clarity creates attraction rooted in admiration, not control. Self-respect also means patience. You do not rush intimacy. You allow trust to develop. You observe actions over words. Men respect women who do not give access to their inner world too quickly. Respect grows where standards are clear and consistent. And love grows strongest where respect already exists. What is always available loses value. What is revealed with intention gains respect. A woman does not need to share everything to be understood. Mystery is not secrecy. It is self-control over what you reveal and when. This restraint creates depth. Men deeply respect women who do not overshare their emotions, plans, or struggles at the first sign of connection. When everything is given immediately, nothing is discovered. Mystery allows space for curiosity. Curiosity invites presence. Presence builds connection. When a woman reveals herself gradually, each layer holds meaning. Oversharing often comes from the desire to be validated, but validation seeking weakens attraction. A woman who feels secure within herself does not rush to explain her inner world. Mystery also protects energy. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, wounds, or dreams. Selective openness is wisdom, not distance. Silence can speak louder than words. A calm, composed presence creates intrigue without effort. Men respect women who are comfortable with silence because it signals inner peace. Mystery is not a tactic. It is the natural result of self-respect and emotional discipline. What is earned is always valued. What is protected is always respected.
Calmness is not passivity. Calmness is controlled power. A woman who remains calm under pressure holds a rare form of authority. She does not escalate conflict. She does not seek to dominate conversations. She allows her composure to speak. Men deeply respect women who bring peace rather than chaos. Chaos drains energy. Peace restores it. In a world of constant noise, calmness becomes magnetic. Calmness requires inner discipline. It is the result of self-awareness, emotional regulation, and trust in oneself. This stability creates emotional safety, something every man values deeply. A calm woman listens more than she reacts. She observes before she responds. Her words are measured, not impulsive. When she speaks, her voice carries weight. Anger seeks control. Calmness already has it. When disagreements arise, calmness de-escalates tension. It invites resolution instead of resistance. This ability builds long-term respect and trust. Calm presence does not demand attention, it commands it. True strength is silent, and silence, when rooted in peace, is powerful.
Trust is not built through words. Trust is built through consistency. A woman earns deep respect when her actions align with her values over time. Anyone can speak beautifully for a moment. Few can live their truth consistently. Men deeply respect women who are emotionally predictable, not in behavior, but in principles. They know where she stands. They know what she allows. They know what she will not tolerate. Inconsistency creates confusion. Confusion erodes trust. When words and actions do not match, respect dissolves quietly. A consistent woman does not change herself to maintain attention. She remains grounded regardless of circumstances. This stability signals emotional maturity. Consistency also means honoring your own standards, even when it costs you comfort. You do not compromise values to avoid conflict. You accept discomfort over dishonor. Men respect women who are steady under pressure. When challenges arise, her character does not shift. This reliability creates safety, emotional and psychological. Consistency is discipline repeated daily, and discipline is always respected.
Validation is addictive. Depth is enduring. Many women are taught to seek attention rather than connection, but attention fades quickly. Depth lasts. A woman who chooses depth invests in meaningful connection, not surface-level approval. She does not perform for admiration. She exists in authenticity. Men deeply respect women who do not seek constant reassurance. When validation is not demanded, respect grows naturally. Depth requires patience. It requires allowing relationships to unfold without force. A woman who does not rush intimacy communicates confidence in her worth. Chasing validation weakens presence. Choosing depth strengthens it. Silence, listening, and thoughtful engagement create bonds that cannot be faked. Depth also means knowing yourself. When a woman understands her values, desires, and limits, she stops outsourcing her worth to others' opinions. Men respect women who do not need applause to stand tall. They are grounded, they are real, they are rare. Depth creates legacy. Validation creates noise.
True power does not announce itself. It simply moves on. A woman earns deep respect when she knows how to walk away without drama, explanation, or emotional chaos. Walking away calmly communicates self-worth louder than any argument ever could. Men deeply respect women who do not beg, chase, or demand closure. A quiet exit shows strength, clarity, and emotional independence. Many people stay too long in situations that no longer honor them because they fear loss. But staying where you are disrespected costs more than leaving ever will. A woman who can detach with dignity understands that her value is not tied to being chosen. She chooses herself. Walking away without noise also protects energy. No long messages, no public explanations, no emotional performance, just alignment with self-respect. Men respect women who do not burn bridges emotionally. Calm detachment leaves impact. Silence invites reflection. Sometimes the most powerful statement is absence.
Respect is not demanded, it is embodied.
Men deeply respect women who practice self-mastery. Self-mastery means governing thoughts, emotions, reactions, and choices with awareness. A woman who has mastered herself does not need control over others. Her presence alone sets the tone. Self-mastery creates peace. Peace creates attraction. Attraction rooted in peace lasts. When a woman is anchored in her values, disciplined in her emotions, and aligned in her actions, she becomes unshakable. And what is unshakable is always respected. Respect begins within. Relationships merely reflect it. This is not about pleasing men. It is about honoring yourself. When you walk in self-mastery, the world adjusts accordingly.